Things the noggin. I can't really see his arms. It's probably fine.
64 can be divided by 8.
How big would those naturals be? I don't know, but they really need to add mods. They need to add big natural mods. It's important his body faces in the way. Big naturals. No Henry art? Well, Henry's just a guy. He just doesn't look that interesting, unfortunately. Well, I heard Thunderbolts was good. Big Jahoobies. I'm feeling quite hungry. Okay, the curator big naturals. Mods! Make the mod. Make the mods. It was alright, Thunderbolts. Yeah, but Bucky. Are you excited for Bucker? I wonder how that new Superman movie is gonna be. Obscure, but oh my god, that song was fucking stuck in my head when I was going to bed. Stuck in my head, crazy style. Never seen a Superman movie. Yeah, I don't even want to bother watching fucking Man of Steel or whatever the fuck. Curator, Expedition 33. All the screenshots I saw of him were so dark. A better picture. It's so hard to see his model because he also fucking disappeared from my game. I guess I'll just figure it out. Banning chatters off. Yeah, I should take screenshots. No, because at the end of yesterday's stream, I was like, okay, the story in Expedition 33 is not as good as everyone is saying it to be. It is not a 10 out of 10. It's like a 7 out of 10. And some people got really, really mad at that. Because then I said Kingdom Come has better writing. And someone was like, okay, no, it does not. And then I was like, okay, if Kingdom doesn't have better writing, did you even understand the nuances of the commentary Kingdom Come was making? They couldn't answer the question. So I was like, if you didn't understand why Kingdom Come 2 had such good writing, you were probably genuinely too stupid to understand. So if you're too stupid to understand it, then of course you wouldn't think that it's better writing, because you didn't even get it. So, it kind of proved my point that they could not answer it. Yeah, I don't know. It just. I mean, yes, that's the thing. Is like when you tell gamers 7 out of 10 or whatever, they get fucking ass mad. Does he have a hole here? I can't even see. I think I need a better screenshot. Curator. Because when I was talking about the story, just kind of like, it's not that deep. It is beautifully told. Then people started bringing up points about how like amnesia and memory loss or whatever is actually not a common trope, and I'm like, that's not even what I'm saying. That's how you know people's comprehension, like media comprehension, reading comprehension, literacy is really bad. Because they're literally just saying things that you're not even arguing. They're straw manning and they don't even know. I'm like, that's not, that's not what I was saying, right? Amnesia is a very common trope. Yeah, I think people were just on copium. Whether or not it's a common trope, I genuinely don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's a common trope or not. I just didn't think the writing was that good. It's just okay. No, they don't. I don't think they know what straw manning is. And then there was like even more copium going like, no, okay, there's more that they'll explain and like go into whatever. There's way more in Act 3 or whatever. I'm like, well, I think they already kind of did the big reveal. I don't think there's ever gonna do anything. No, it's just the story and writing, the characters, like all that. Just the writing part of it, I give a 7 out of 10. Everything else is really good. Like music, gameplay, art direction, everything. But I think the story lost most of its meat. Unfortunately. Very straightforward. Yeah, like 7 out of 10 means it's decent. It's just not revolutionary. It's just not amazing. I mean, I would say even Baldur's Gate story is not that good, but because they wrote it in such an eloquent way that made you really bond with all the characters, made it so much better. Because you're just infested by a tadpole, okay, they're trying to take over the world, whatever. There's no like super deep meaning to it, whatever, but they just wrote it really, really well and paced it really, really well. They did kind of rush in Act 3 because, ran out of budget, I guess. Yeah, and then, I don't know, I see this happen with gamers a lot, is if you say a game is like decent, they get really mad. Because this exact same thing happened in Lies of P. Where I'm like, okay, this game is okay. I think it's very forgettable. The story is whatever. I think Berserkers of Kazan is better. Or whatever, even though there's like a non-existent story, I still found it more enjoyable. And people got so fucking mad. They were like, why are you playing on the game if you're still shitting on it? I'm like, well, it's a 7 out of 10. Is only like a 10 out of 10 acceptable? Yeah, people get really sensitive about that. Because if you can't even... If the criticism of the story is not that amazing, and you can't give me a reason why you think it's really amazing to disagree with my point, then I can't take your opinion seriously. Because I can give you tons of reasons why Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance was really good writing. But the thing is if I explain it, will they even understand? Probably not. Which kind of sucks. I can just cover this part with it. Big bahoobajeebs. When someone takes you to a 10, it's a cheesecake factory. Yeah, I'm like literally combat 10 out of 10. Gameplay slash combat 10 out of 10. Art direction 10 out of 10. Music 10 out of 10. Story 7 out of 10. That averages to like an easy 8.5 or 9 out of 10. What? You don't like this M. Night Shyamalan twist? You just don't understand good story, man. And I'm like, dude, okay, I will say something that will either piss people off or they will be even more pissed off. Everything that Omori did horribly, Expedition 33 did well. Omori is basically like a really shitty version of Expedition 33. So here's the comparisons. Super duper long, dragged out, like baiting the suspense with hints of mystery that you don't understand until you put it together later, where it's more explicitly stated. And then the final reveal is not that interesting. It's just like, oh, you reveal it, it's like, oh, that's it, okay. But Omori is just so dog shit at it. And then I did see a post where it was like, Expedition 33 is, I think, one of the top like 3 original best-selling IPs, and Omori was right next to it. And I was like, that makes so much sense. Of course people would think Omori is good. That is one of the worst, most terribly fucking Tumblr sad boy 13-year-old written games I've ever... I tried to give it a chance. I really did. Sniffed it for like 2 to 3 hours. It was fucking dog shit. It was so bad. They also scanned back. I know! I mention that every time. And they also said that they love little boys. But I mean, that's not really relevant to the point of the having terrible writing. No, the game's not over. There's still Act 3. But we got to the big reveal. The characters abandoned. That was another criticism I had, is I don't really feel an attachment to the characters. And if you're gonna complain that it's because I was skipping through it, okay, I did the exact same thing in Baldur's Gate because I read faster than they read out the lines. And by like, literally, before Act 2 even began, I was so attached to all the characters. I thought they were all so just charming. And just, you wanted to hear everything they had to say. Because they were all so... They were just so charismatic. Like, you wanted to hang out with them. But in 33, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I mean, they're cool, but I'm not really that interested. Even Will, yeah, I even went out of my way to do all of Will's quests. Unfortunately, he got a little shafted. He got the short end of the stick. That's not really his fault, unfortunately. I think the interesting concept of the story is kind of just basically relative. Just the relative, like, is their life real or not? And this is kind of okay. They had a lot of depth and more. Yeah, Baldur's Gate did the characters just really well. Except for Will, they did fuck up Will. As in, he just didn't really have that much going on for him, which is unfortunate. But even Will's premise was cool because he was like the most paladin coded character, but he was a warlock. Can't stand such that, like the White Knight. Well, he's kind of a White Knight with a twist. But I think given that everybody else is a fucking freak in the game, it's kind of actually not bad. But then if he had like 7 wheels running around, then that would be really boring. But I would give it some leeway because everybody else is a fucking freak. Yeah, he's very self-righteous. Which is why it's ironic he's a warlock. Okay, he's like all weird. I didn't finish Invincible. Willow's such a stubborn character. Yeah, he's just like the overly good, morally good, very good. Meanwhile, when you hurt kids, Astarion like that. Astarion approves. Funny. Withers. See another game of the same quality? Probably. I think these Kia studios are really stepping up because they're leaving the shackles of Giga Corpo overlords to make their own passion projects. Is how you end up with an Expedition 33. Because that's their first game. That's really good for a first game. Yeah, they're forcing their way out of the Kia asylum. I mean, in the next like 10 years, you'll probably have like at least 5 more Baldur's Gate 3s. Will they come from AAA studios? Probably not. Whether it has ears? Yeah, he does. Witcher 4. Oh. I don't know. If it's gonna be anything similar to Cyberpunk and Witcher 3, it's a little bit outdated. They have to do some they have to cook something, basically. Because, I mean, making it at the same level of Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk is okay, is safe, but it's just, I don't think it's good enough. That would just be a solid 8 out of 10, but I think they should strive for a 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, Subnautica. Yippee! I actually think the Witcher series would have been more interesting with a new main character, but eh. Oh, Doom is already coming out? Shit. So fast. Too many games which are like, exactly. Good for 2014, but now you're gonna have to do a little more. Witcher 2 is a better story than Witcher 3. Witcher 3 to me was a bit forgettable. It was just okay. But I think it was just I think Witcher 3 arrived at the perfect time for that open world style. Kind of right before the exhaustion of open world exhaustion, I think. His jahoobies are covered. Do this. Dun, dun. I just hope they don't do. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I think Witcher 4 is just gonna be really similar to Witcher 3. It's gonna be like, okay. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong, but I was not really impressed with what I saw in Cyberpunk in terms of the world level design and gameplay. Much prefer small world full of events. Yeah, that's kind of what I think Kingdom Come did better. I mean, they did have a little bit of like, okay, go here, kill these guys, go here, grab this. But then for most of the quests, they added, whether it was like a funny little dialogue or like funny interactions with the characters or like actually gave the characters personality, which made it a lot more bearable. But then when you just have like 50 question marks on your map, you go to all of them and it's just kill this ghoul, kill that ghoul, kill this wraith, kill that wraith. That's it. And then collect your 5 sets of armor pieces and then like, oh, okay. Now what? Yeah, like the jerking off missions in Spider-Man. Which is, it should be criminal to still be making those games in the past 5 years. To still have those jerk-off missions, that is, ugh. There are people that don't care about the stories? Yeah, that's actually, that's a lot of gamers. There's a lot of gamers think a 6 out of 10 story is good because I will just point you to my favorite examples of dog shit writing. David Cage, Detroit Become Human, Plague Tale, Omori, Fears to Fathom. 10-10 story game? Probably Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and LA Noire. And there could be some I can't remember right now. But off the top of my head. What did I not like about Detroit? Oh my god, be fucking for real. Do you think David Cage's writing's commentary on society is anything but the most surface level 13-year-old writing? Can you tell me why in his past work, especially in Beyond Two Soul, Fahrenheit, and Heavy Rain. Okay, don't even fucking get me started. I play more David Cage games than you. I play fucking Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy, where he constantly puts like unnecessary pissing scenes, shower scenes, and you really think this man is capable of good writing? No, he's not. He's like the fucking Neil Breen of video games, which is why it's so entertaining, because he thinks it's good, and then he tricks other people who are just as smart as him, which is not very smart, into thinking that it's also good. And it's like the most fucking M. Night Shyamalan writing. Not even the plot twist, just like dog shit. Like they have something in common. It's dog shit. I've not sniffed Death Stranding, no. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it though, it's kind of long. The Fears to Fathom games? The Fears to Fathom games, because it's more horror oriented, is a little bit harder to compare to these typical story RPGs, but the Fears to Fathom games are so terrible for horror. It's as bad as Chill as art games because the stories are just terrible. It's like written by a 12-year-old. It's like written by 12-year-olds. Yeah, David Cage is pretty much AA children. I mean, David Cage is Neil Breen, but in video games. Video game form. I mean, I don't even think Fears to Fathom is... It's just I'm 14 type game. Like, you could just say, Fears to Fathom is like I'm 14 game. Period. Yeah, I'm gonna, hop on Expedition 33. I just want to sketch this out. No, a lot of indie games do not have... Well, I mean, you can kind of say that a lot of games just don't really have good writing, period. I think I should make him... Yeah. There we go. You know the obsession people have over Five Nights at Freddy's and how it's like, oh, the purple man, the golden man, the other man, or whatever? Yeah, a lot of like shitty horror slop has fans like that, and it's just...
Cinco de Mayo happy.
It's like kids. When the man... Wait. Oh, this is the caller. They said Five Nights at Freddy has a good story. Who's they? You gotta stop talking to kids, man. It's time to stop talking to kids. I mean, if you're talking to adults who say that, it's like talking to homestuck adults. You gotta stop. Get out of those discords before you get named in a twit longer. There are 30-plus-year-olds that like that shit. Yeah, they're like Disney adults of a different genre. Stop. Kinda creepy. You liked Omori? Sorry. Yeah, I mean, some people like M. Night Shyamalan movies too. Oh, he has a cape. You like slop, willing to acknowledge it's slop, it's good. That usually means they have they can reason why they like it and understand why others don't dislike it. Which a lot of people who are overly sensitive about their game being criticized as a 7 out of 10 are incapable of doing. Like when I talked about Liza P was not that good. But it's still decent. It's just not amazing. That pissed some people off. They got really upset. Because they were not even willing to listen to the criticisms that I had of the game. Which I, to be honest, don't even remember. That game was so forgettable to me. It was not interesting. And the combat was not very clunky. I think the first Berserker Kazan actually has way better combat than Liza P. Yeah, I played Stellar Blade. That was also pretty forgettable, but the combat in that... I would say the combat in that was also better than Liza P too. Oh, it splits in two here. That being said, I don't think everybody's opinions should be respected. I actually disagree. Because if someone tells you that they love Plague Tale because they think it's a really good story, I think they should die. Because in what world is that good writing to you? You have to be mentally deficient. You have to have a massive dent in your brain. In Minecraft, duh. You have to be able to back up your point. I think the Liza P thing is like it was ahead of other Souls-likes and being more well-tuned and fine-tuned. But I have very high standards. And I don't really mince words. And I don't really coddle my words either, and that makes a lot of people sensitive. People, I didn't even say it in like a mean way. I just didn't say it in like a, guys, I think this game is really good, but I do think that it can work on the fluidity of the I'm pretty sure I was just like, okay, the combat does feel choppy. I think they should have done this mechanic like this instead because it makes more sense. Then it would improve this part, blah, 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 blah. And people are like, okay, why are you playing the game if you're shitting on it the whole time? And I'm like, how fucking sensitive are y'all motherfuckers? God forbid you ever get in a real life altercation where someone's like, hey, can you do XYZ? Are you just gonna fucking cry and cry about that you're being harassed or something? I don't fucking know. Jesus. A lot of adults like that, unfortunately. I was excited to wake up and play more at 33 though. It was a good game. Thanks, Ghost Wolf. Some people look at Man of Steel and go like, this is peak media. Yeah, and it's just unfortunate because it usually means that they have not really seen, or even if they had, they do not understand why something else is better, therefore that is worse, relatively. If you've only ever had microwave dinners your whole life, you're not gonna know anything other than microwave dinners. You might be able to tell me the best microwave dinner. You haven't really, like, eaten a lot outside of it. You don't really fucking know much. You're expert in chicken nuggies. And I think this just all comes down to, did you have a good foundation of building up this kind of like a variety of media and reading books and writing essays, analytical essays on stuff that you've studied as a kid, as a teenager, and eventually as an adult, of why certain finesse is needed in writing to make something so much better. But people don't really do that. People don't really do that. No. Black Myth Wukong's story largely references the journey to the west. So if you don't really know that, it's really nonsensical because a lot of it is callbacks. So the writing, I don't think was its strong point, but the art direction is very good. Yeah, because a lot of it will just like not make any sense. You won't understand what's referencing, you won't understand the characters or like the past. But the art direction for what you needed to know, or like how they conveyed the story throughout was very beautifully done. But the story was like, it was just like whatever. Not revolutionary. What about the gameplay? The gameplay was okay. I think Berserker Kazan gameplay was better still because the Wukong gameplay did feel more clunky. Kazan was very fluid, but the level design was repetitive, so I never finished it. I flushed it. It got way too, I don't think Kazan needed to be longer than a like 15 to 20 hour game. They dragged it out a lot. Yeah, the cutscenes between the art direction was really good. So like, just having one really strong point in your game, despite everything else being mid, will carry it still. That being said, it was still a very good game. Like, it was a good story. I mean, it was told beautifully. It may not have been the best story. It was an okay story, but it had just really good art. It's too bad his boobs are kind of covered on. He had like some jiggle lines.
vacarme s'en va dans l'oubli éternam. Et Gustave dom guardiam dilim dididididam lutessera dodidom seram dim dim da 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 dim da 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 dim da di dum dim dim da 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 dim dim da
I get time.
da di dum dans là-haut sera ravi les toits noir gris fera clair obscur trouble de rature trouvera effet clair obscur bordé aux peintures trouvera sans elle clair obscur trouble de rature trouvera effet clair obscur bordé aux peintures trouvera sans elle au clair obscur trouble rature clair obscur guardé aux peintures.
What's on his boobs? Like cracks and stuff. Show more Wither's big naturals, but then I have to change his pose and I'm too lazy.
Clair obscur guardé aux peintures trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur trouble de rature trouvera effet. Clair obscur guardé aux peintures trouvera sans elle.
Throw them over his shoulder like this? Ew. That freaking gross. Dude, I'm shrinking everybody I draw's head. Their heads are fucking even his head here is massive. I don't like their big ass heads. Pisses me off. He's got his little like stringy panties on his head or something. Or his fucking basketball lines. Big natural. It stands out too much. That's what I'm saying. The first thing I noticed was their heads were massive. They were so big. And they all had so much hair too. It didn't help. Whatever, fix it in post. I don't think Withers is into romancing. Also, he makes fun of you if you don't get laid. It's funny.
Lane Roberts, jerking off in the Bronx.
Lane Roberts' big naturals? There we go. Big natural. Oh shit. Thou'st have no bitches? Big natural. Big natural. There we go. I actually thought about Arcane when I was thinking about the Claro Obscuro story. You know how in season 2 Arcane was like not that good because I mean it was still good, but then the plot was kind of like, but then it still got carried by how beautiful it looked. Yeah, it was very rushed.